Welcome to another Formation Data beta test demo. Today we're going to be taking a look at the platform and which modules may be useful to solar installers. So the first module we're going to take a look at is formation companies. Now we're going to look for companies that buy and sell houses and developers. So that would be SIC code 68100, buying and selling of own real estate, and developers. So we could even type by keywords. So development of building projects. Now, because of the future home standards, it's going to be required that all new dwellings will require solar panels. I believe that's 2027. So if we look at the last 7 days, there is 1,428 of these companies launched in the last 7 days. Now we can narrow it down by location, like Birmingham. If I spelled it correctly. Or there's 42, Manchester, 43, Derby, 4. So you can narrow it down by location. We're just interested in searching nationwide. So let's click on this first record here. How do we contact these companies? Well, we get the address of the company and we get the address of the director. So we could add it to a letters campaign. But if we wanted to contact them straight away, we can see if they've got any social media like a LinkedIn. If we select this little LinkedIn icon next to the director's name. And as you can see, we found the director there. We can send them a message. We can drop them a connection request, congratulate them on launching SVB Homes, and see if we can be their solar installer for any properties that they are building post the 2027 future home standard. Now, sticking on the subject of standards, landlords by October 2030 will need to upgrade their properties to an EPCC or higher. Otherwise, they won't be able to rent out their property unless they get an exemption. So we're going to search a partial postcode like PE253, and we're going to look at EPCs that are D, E, F, and G that are rented privately. And if we click this button here, check for property ownership details, we're going to see which properties we actually have ownership details for. Now, we can filter it down by heating type, but let me just show you how common electric heating is. So if we look, start to scroll down here, we can see room heaters electric, we can see room heaters electric, room heaters electric, room heaters electric, room heaters electric, room heaters electric. Now, these aren't storage heaters, high retention storage heaters. These are just electric room heaters. There's a separate line for high retention storage heaters. So pretty much all of these landlords with electric panel heaters are going to have to upgrade their heating system, likely to high retention storage heaters or a heat pump. And coupled with that, it is going to be likely that they'll need to go with solar to tip them over that C, especially if they have a very low EPC rating. And one of the new measures coming in for EPC is smart readiness. So if you do solar and batteries, this is going to give you a lot of people you can contact as a lead. Now, down here on the right hand side, you'll see the owners. Again, you could just click on the company details. It will take you to Formation Companies page. You can contact them via LinkedIn or add them to a letter campaign. So this is demand detection. This is looking at people that are going to be more higher intent to buy those. Another module that's really simple to use, it's just a postcode and radius search. So NN3 9AG. And we're going to look at the last 3 months and we'll stick to a 5-mile radius and click search. It's going to bring us all the planning applications that have launched within the last 3 months within 5 miles of that postcode. Then we can start to filter that down by keyword such as extension or air source heat pumps. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like. Extension, these are some extensions that people are applying for. We can click on the listing, we can actually get the address. Now, according to the Federation of Master Builders, 54% of homeowners manage their own projects and choose their own trades. So you would actually be able to contact them and ask if they would like solar panels add-in at the same time as, say, if it was a 2-story extension, at the same time they've got scaffold in there. There's never a cheaper time to get solar than when you've already got scaffolding in place. And other keywords we can use are things like heat pumps, like this project here, which is for 2 air source heat pumps. So again, adding this address to a letter campaign, or even hand delivering a letter to this address and letting them know how much cheaper it would be to operate their heat pumps if they was to actually get solar panels as well. Another really good module to use is formation contracts. It's just keyword based. So if we type in solar, we'll leave it to the last 30 days. We're only going to show you contracts that have already gone, awarded contracts. You can search open contracts as well. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we don't want to put a load of live contracts on there. You'll see that there's quite a few down here. If you open up one of these records, you'll get a small description of what's required, and you'll normally get a name, email address, and telephone number. Sometimes you just get an email address or telephone number. This one was awarded to Lindham Group. So if you're a subcontractor and it's a multi-million-pound contract, definitely contact the main contractors of awarded projects to see if they're going to sub anything out. But if you're after sort of mid-sized to large-scale projects and you can handle that, then certainly you can quote for these yourselves. So like I say, normally there's a name, email address, and telephone number, but sometimes there's just an email address or a telephone number.